How is it going, guys? Hello. また会います。また会います。We meet again. If we're live. Okay, we are. また会います。374日連続。74日連続。Wait, Twitch is not. Okay, now we're talking. So, 70
は何
300 374日連続。Okay, let's continue with Tokini Andy quickly.
なんといっても
なんと
週に
いっても
2回、2日休みたい。So, undeniably or without a doubt, I want to take 2 days off a week. なんといっても犬の方が
なんといっ
猫より
ても日本語を話せます。将来に日本語を、なんといっても将来に日本語を話せます。
かわいい。Undeniably, dogs are cuter than cats. Feel free to fight about that one. So, なんといって
I don't
も
agree.
こうだ。So, what is something that you think is undeniable? Please tell us. Let's go ahead and jump into 4 with noun にとって。
にとって。
4. So, very easy to make this. It's just a noun plus にとって and it means for this person or for this person. Generally for people or for groups of people. So, for this person, this thing. And what comes after is generally like a quality, like something like difficult, 難しい, or 必要な. Speaking of 必要, Michael was talking about 必要 before. So, needing something. So, for example, the noun might be this person. For this person, this thing is difficult. So, qualities like that, that are not necessarily subjective just to the person. So, like, you can't use ski and kirai here. So, for this person, they like this thing. You can't say that. But you can say things like, for this person, this is a needed item. Or for this person, this is a difficult thing. Things like that, okay? And the noun, yeah, it's generally a person or a group of people. So, for example, 親にとって幸せなことは子供の幸せだ。We forgot the period there. Sorry about that. But anyway, 親にとって、so 親 is parents, right? So a group of people. 親にとって for parents 幸せなことはso happiness for them or the thing that is happiness for them is 子供の幸せだ. Their children's happiness. So to make it a little bit more nice in English for parents, their children's happiness is their happiness. Okay? So
親にとって幸せなことは子供の幸せだ。For parents, happiness is children's happiness.
Next sentence is not a person or group. So it doesn't have to be a person or group, but it generally is, but you can do things like this as well. ダイエットにとって so for a diet. 大切なことは食事のバランスだと思います。I think that an important thing is balance in eating for a diet. So you can use things other than people in groups, but generally speaking, it is going to be people or groups. By groups, I mean things like 日本人にとって so for Japanese people. 食事のバランス
ダイエットにとって大切なことは食事のバランスだと思います。For a diet, I think that an important thing is balance in eating.
だと思います。I think that an important thing is balance in eating for a diet. So you can use things other than people in groups, but generally speaking, it is going to be people or groups. By groups, I mean things like 日本人にとって so for Japanese people. 英語の一番難しいところは so here we're using 難しい right? So it's a quality.
ところは発音だと思います。
The most difficult part for English or of English for Japanese people is pronunciation, I think. Or I think the most difficult part.
日本人にとって英語の一番 日本人にとって英語の一番難しいところは発音だと思います。
of English for Japanese people is pronunciation, right? Let's see what qualities we were using in the other ones. So it's the qualities we were using in the other ones were shiawase, so happiness. And then the second one was taisetsu na koto, so an important thing, right? Those are the qualities. Next sentence. Sensei ni totte wa, so for teachers. Seito no seichou ga ichiban ureshii koto. So for teachers, the progress of their students is the thing that makes them happiness. So in this case, for teachers,
先生にとっては
の成長が先生にとっては so for teachers
先生にとっては
の成長が一番嬉しいこと
一番嬉しいことです
For teachers, the progress of their students is the thing that makes them happiness. So in this case, we're modifying.
先生ビーク素晴らしい How is it going, bro?
Say,
Wait, what does 素晴らしい mean? I forgot. 素晴らしい means amazing or something. Wait. 素晴らしい Okay. 素晴らしい means cool or wonderful or something. 素晴らしい Wonderful, splendid.
素晴らしい。
素晴らしい Wonderful, splendid, magnificent. Beautiful. Beautiful.
生徒の成長は嬉しいこと。So, 嬉しい is what's being sort of talked about
嬉しい
here. So for teachers, 嬉しいこと
素晴ら
is
しい
the progress of their students.
嬉しい
I agree with that.
素晴らしい
Love seeing the
涼しい寿司
progress.
美しい
All right, we're on to our third part of the story. So I'll read. It's talked about. I agree with that.
先生にとっては生徒の成長一番嬉しいことです。
100%. Love seeing the progress of students.
私
All
に
right,
とって
we're on to our third part of the story. So I'll read it slowly once, then at full speed, and we'll break it down together. All right, here we go.
私にとって
動物の音が聞こえなかったことはかなり不思議だった。
不思議だった。
でも案
内
内してくれている石田さんの方を見たら不安になってしまった。真っ青な顔であちこちを見て落ち着かないようだった。私はどうしたのと聞いてみると彼は聞こえなかったのか無視したのかわからなかったけど返事はなかった。私にとって動物の音が聞こえなかったことはかなり不思議だった。でも案内してくれている石田さんの方を見たら不安になってしまった。真っ青な顔であっちこっちを見て落ち着かないようだった。私はどうしたのと聞いてみると彼は聞こえなかったのか無視したのかわからなかったけど返事はなかった。Let's break that down. So 私にとって for me 動物の音が聞こえなかったこと
For me,
the fact that I couldn't hear
For me 動物の音が the sound of the
動物の音が聞こえなかったこと the fact that I couldn't hear animal sounds at all was weird or strange for me.
不思議だった。
かなり不思議だった。That's the quality that I'm describing. 不思議だった。Right? かなり不思議だった。For me, it was strange. かなり不思議だった。But でも案内してくれている石田さん。So the person who was Ishida-san, the guy named Ishida who was showing me around or guiding me.
案内 means to guide. Yeah, 案内 means to guide.
案内してくれているの方を見たら I looked in his direction 不安になってしまった I got very uncomfortable or worried 不安 is like uncomfortable or uneasy or anxious I became anxious 不安になってしまった真っ青な顔であっちこっちを見て So
あっちこっちを見て
真っ青 is like pale. They became very pale. So when someone's really scared and you want to say they become pale because they're scared or something or really nervous, you use this word. 真っ青な顔であっちこっちを見て. So with a grim or very pale face, they were looking this way and that. あっちこっちを見て. 落ち着かないようだった. So this is the yo from last time, 2 weeks ago, which means it was like or as if they couldn't calm down. 落ち着く means to relax or to calm down. It's an N2 word. 真っ青 is also an N2 word. 落ち着かないようだった. It was like they couldn't calm down. 私はどうしたの What's the matter? と聞いてみると I tried to ask.
彼は聞こえなかったのか
彼は聞こえなかったのか So here's our whether or. Whether or again, we've got the two cause.
無視したのか
彼は聞こえなかったのか Whether he couldn't hear me or 無視したのか or he was ignoring me. 無視する means to ignore. わからなかったけど I didn't know, but
わからなかったけど
There was no response. Okay. If you'd like to read more of that and break it down a little bit more on yourself, it's going to be on the website, tokinindy.com. I know a lot of you
日
are
本語
members.
の
You can read
難しいことは何です
Next,
か
there's also the slides for these lessons on there if you want those as well. But anyway, question time. 自分にとって
自分にとって
so for yourself. So 私にとって right? 自分にとって日本語の難しいことは何ですか So I'll just tell you what that means. For you, what is something difficult about Japanese? So 私にとって難しいところは So you can just copy this part. 私にとって難
しいところは
漢字を覚えることです。Yes.
いや、私にとって難しいところは、たくさん文法と漢字を覚えることです。You have to remember a lot of grammar points and 漢字。
The difficult part for me
私にとって
memorizing kanji. 私にとって難しいことは敬語を使うことです。The difficult part for me is using honorific Japanese. How about for you? What is the difficult part of Japanese for you? All right, next section is also quite straightforward. It's acting as something with noun として。Very easy to make. It's just noun として, right? So this is it's just like as something. So for example, working as a lawyer. I've been working as a lawyer. Is one way you might use something like this. I'll show you more example sentences.
What's a lawyer? Forgot.
Yeah, it's to do something, something as this type of thing.
弁護士。
A little confusing with that.
弁護士として as a lawyer.
Example sentences. So I'm just going to jump right into it. There's nothing really special about this. It's literally just translating to as.
Okay.
So 彼女はツアーガイドとして働いています。She's working as a tour guide. Just that.
Very easy.
ニュージーランドで T シャツ。
彼女は What was this? シアガ
として働いて。So
彼女はツアーガイドとして働いています。She's working as a tour guide.
ツアーガイドとして働いています。
Tour is like
She's
tour.
working as a tour guide. Just that, right?
ニュージーランドで T シャツを
トイレットペーパーとして使いました。
使いました。
It doesn't have to be work, of course. What this sentence says is in New Zealand, we used a t-shirt as toilet paper. So look, we use something that isn't toilet paper as toilet paper. So that's when you're going to use this, right? We use the thing that you wouldn't expect.
ニュージーランドで T シャツをトイレットペーパーとして使いました。Okay.
As something else. So a t-shirt as toilet paper. So those are the kind of situations where you will use this to mean the word as something else. True story. We were 4 days into the wilderness and we ran out of toilet paper. And I had some white t-shirts that I had used in the monastery in Thailand. And they were kind of see-through-ish a little bit, right? You know, because it's very hot in Thailand. So we ripped them up and that was our toilet paper for the next 3 days in the wilderness. I'm sure you want to know that story. Anyway.
トトロは雨の日に
大きな葉っぱを傘として
傘として
使っています。
使っています。
So Totoro uses or is using a large leaf as an umbrella on rainy days. So you can sort of see the pattern here, right?
Totoro.
Using
What's
something which
Totoro?
is not this thing as this thing. So as an umbrella. Using something as an umbrella. Using a bottle as a weapon. Boom. Using, some stuff like that. So Totoro uses a large leaf, 大きな葉っぱを as an umbrella. 傘として使っています。Next one. ゲームストリームを仕事としてやっている人がたくさんいる。Many people are doing game streaming as a job. 仕事として。ゲームストリーム。So you might not necessarily expect game streaming to be a job.
仕事としてやっている人がたくさん
仕事としてやっている。Doing it
いる。
as
たくさん。
work.
たくさん。not たくさん。
That's it.
but たくさん。
Quite straightforward. There's no real new special nuances beyond that in this. So anyway.
休
Last
日
sentence.
に
I didn't realize we had more.
休日
休
に
日に
ATM
ATM
を
を使う
使
と
うと
手数料として200円かかります。 If you use an ATM on holidays or off days, 210 yen is charged as a fee. As a fee, right?
手数料
として
手数料
as
と
a
して
fee, this
手
one
数
is
料とし
charged.
て
として210円かかります。That's true. Be careful. After 6 p.m. on weekdays, I guess it's overtime for the ATM, so, they get paid extra. Who knows? Why do
What?
ATMs have
Why?
off days? Makes no sense.
Why they pay extra?
All right, so let's go
We
ahead and
don't
jump
pay
into
here.
part 4 of the
That's
story.
crazy.
I'll read it slowly once and at full speed, and we'll break it down together. Here we go.
石田さんは
沖縄列島の案内人として25年間働いていたらしいけど、この島は初めてだったそうだ。石田さんに頼んだのは、ここまで案内してくれるのは彼しかいなかったからだ。深地島の西海岸から出発したとき、石田さんになんで他の案内人はあの島にあんなに行きたがらないんですかと聞いたら、それは迷信のためだと思いますねと答えた。石田さんは沖縄列島の案内人として25年間働いていたらしいけど、この島は初めてだったそうだ。石田さんに頼んだのは、ここまで案内してくれるのは彼しかいなかったからだ。深地島の西海岸から出発したとき、石田さんになんで他の案内人はあの島にあんなに行きたがらないんですかと聞いたら、それは迷信のためだと思いますね。と答えた。Let's break that down.
答えた。
石田さんは沖縄列島。So 列島 is an into word which means archipelago. Archipelago? Is it archipelago or archipelago? I have no idea what the pronunciation of that word is in English, but it's, a string of islands. So the Okinawa archipelago. 沖縄列島の案内人として、so as a tour guide or a guide for the Okinawan archipelago. Terrible at that word. Anyway, 25年間働いていたらしい. So apparently, or I hear that he worked there or has been working there, worked there. That's important for 25 years. But この島は初めてだったそうだ. This island is his first time, or it appears that Soda, it was his first time going to this island. 石田さんに頼んだのは, the reason I asked Ishida-san to do this for me, or requested Ishida-san to do this, is ここまで案内してくれるのは彼氏がいなかったからだ. So the reason that I asked him to do this for me, 頼む is to ask someone to do something for you. He was the only person who would guide me.
ために is easy.
ここまで案内してくれるのは
の人
彼しかいなかったからだ。He was the only one who
いな
did
か
it
っ
for me.
たからだ。
Fukajito is the name of an island in
Fukajito.
Okinawa, way south in Okinawa. No, Nishikaigan from the western shore から出発した時
出発した時
from the western shore of Fukajito, that's the name of the island. 石田さんに、
石田さんに
石田さん、なんで他の案内人はあの島にあんなに行きたがらないんですか？
なんで
Why, なんで do other, that's one of the vocabulary words for this lesson. 案内人はあの島に do the other guides that island にあんなに行きたがらないんですか？ appear to not want to go to the island that much. So あんなに that much 行きたがらない not want to go or appear to not want to go. Why do they appear to not want to go to that island so bad is what this whole thing says. と聞いたら when I asked him that
それは
それは
迷信のためだと思いますね。
I think
迷
it's
信
due to the superstition or the myth or the legend. I think he responded.
Wait, I know
So
what a legend. I saw it in Duolingo. Tetsudeke or forgot. No. Tetsu. No. Tetsu means iron. I forgot.
Is an into word that means superstition or legend, maybe?
Meishin, but it wasn't Meishin though.
Next section for this lesson. Let's just stick around for that. It means due to or because of. So question time for this section is
息抜きとしてしていることは何ですか？
していることは何ですか? So 息抜き is a vocabulary word from lesson 3 in quartet, and it means like a break or a breather. So what do you do as a breather?
A breather?
息抜きとして仕事の休憩にチョコを食べます。So as a breather, during my break at work, 仕事の休憩にon my break at work, チョコを食べます。I eat chocolate. 息抜きとして
What do you mean as a breather? What? Like to breathe? To breathe oxygen? 息抜き Taking a breather, relaxation. Breather. As a break. Okay.
線でゆっくりします。As
So,
a break, I take
As
it
a
easy
break.
at an onsen. 息抜きとして夏休みは川で水遊びをします。As a break or as a breather, during summer vacation, I do water play in a river. Let's jump into
Okay.
due to, or
ために
because of, with
I know it very well.
So we've looked at tameni before. I believe in lesson 1 we covered tameni. But that was for the purpose of... Yeah, that's what it was. It was for the purpose of doing something. That was the tameni we covered then.
This is tameni, that
This
means
tameni is a more polite version of, I believe, node or kara. So it's even more polite than, for example, node. And it just means because of or due to. It's used in a very similar way to both node and kara as a conjunction. And yeah, that's what it means. Due to something. And it's very polite. So the way you use it is you have a short form, any short form of a verb. Tame, the ni is optional, just like it was with the other tameni.
Ni.
And with the adjectives, they're just on their own. With non-adjectives, you need to have the na particle before tame. And for nouns, you need no before it. So noun no tame, na adjective, no na tame, I adjective, just that, tame, and verb in any short form. So taberu tame or tabeta tame, right? Past tense is also okay. Tabenai tame, due to not eating, right? For example. And that's it. So let's jump into the examples to get a little more into it.
今日は
First sentence is,
体調
excuse
悪
me,
い。
今日は
体
体調が悪
体調が
いため
悪いため
お休みし
お
ます。
休みします。
So
I'll
you
take the
notice that
day
this
off
whole
because I feel
construction is in
bad.
polite. It's ending in a polite form, and that's generally going to be the case because, like I said, tame is more polite than node and kara, and it means basically the same thing. So
今
I
日
will
は
take today off, お休みします
Because
because I feel bad or sick.
今日は
今日はお休みします I will take today off because ため or due to 体調が悪い I feel bad sick. Next sentence is スマホの電池がなくなったため due to my smartphone battery running out. 電話に出られませんでした。I was unable to answer the phone, or I could not answer the phone. Very straightforward, right? It's just like から or ので. We have the past tense here, but remember it's got to be the short form. So 電池がなくなった. So my battery ran out. なくなったため. 悪い was e adjective. It was just on its own. 悪いため, right? 体調が悪い。
悪いため。
You don't need anything in between it.
お父さんはお菓子が大好きなため
お菓子が大好きなため
太ってしまった。
太ってしまった。My father gained weight, unfortunately, due to loving snacks. お父さんはお菓子が大好きなため So you don't forget the na adjective or the na particle between na adjectives and ため
好きなため
大好きなため
太ってしまった。
You could have any particle here, we dropped it. It could be 大好きなために太ってしまった But you can drop it. It's optional. Our next sentence is 朝まで飲んでしまったために due to the fact that I drank until morning. Unfortunately.
二日酔いが
つらい Due to drinking until morning, my hangover is rough, painful.
二日
Very
酔
long
い
time since that has been the truth, thankfully. 朝まで飲んでしまったために So
朝まで飲んでしまったのに
二日酔いがつらい
二日酔いがつらい。
Two more sentences. カフェイン中毒のため朝はコーヒーが必要だ So due to being a caffeine addict, I need coffee in the morning. It's true. Not ashamed of it. Completely addicted to coffee. Have any of you been addicted to coffee and ever tried to quit it? Or just not drank it one morning and went about your day? Man, it's like a thin curtain is between you and reality. It's crazy. カフェイン中毒のため So 中毒 is a noun, which means addiction or also poisoned. Poison. To be poisoned, right? And since it's a noun, it's being used as a noun, we have it no in between it and ため。中毒のため due to being addicted. 朝はコーヒーが必要だ I need coffee in the morning. 彼は優しすぎるために悪い人に騙されやすい。Okay, so here we have verb in the short form. すぎる right, is the verb, but it's modifying 優しい so to be kind. 彼は優しすぎる because he's too nice. ために悪い人に騙されやすい。騙す means to deceive, and 騙される is to be done to you. So it's the it's not. Is it the passive? I can't remember if it's the passive. I can't remember the name of this form. Causative might be causative. So 騙されやすい. He's easy to be deceived. Putting 安い at the end. I believe we covered this in Genki, but putting 安い at the end of one of these.
彼は優しすぎるために because he's too kind or too nice. 悪い人に騙されやすい。He gets deceived. He easily gets deceived by bad people.
Means easy to do that too. 騙されやすい。悪い人に by bad people. All right, the last part of the story has 2 pages. So we're going to go through at a slow pace once, then I'll read it full speed, and I'll break it down for you. 2 full pages. So,
迷信って
尋ねた。まあ、私は信じていませんが、呪われていると言われていますね。そのため、私が生きているうちに、一人も行ったことがないと思いますよ。その時、戻ればよかった。でも、まさかここまで来て迷信で諦められるか。じゃあなぜ
諦められるか。じゃあなぜ石田さんは言ってくれんですか？それは
50万円を簡単に断ることはできんぞ。
できんぞ。もう太陽が半分も沈んでいる。だらだら話しすぎた。
いつ来るかわからない。とにかくあなたが逃げられる時間があってもなくてもまだ生きているうちに逃げてくれ。一つだけ走るな。忘れないでほしい。絶対走るな。あいつらが一番喜ぶことは餌が走っていることだ。あいつらの嬉しい顔を見てしまったらもう終わりだ。諦めるしかない。迷信ってと尋ねた。まあ、私は信じていませんが、呪われていると言われていますね。そのため、私が生きているうちに、一人も言ったことがないと思いますよ。その時、戻ればよかった。でも、まさかここまで来て、迷信で諦められるか？じゃあ、なぜ石田さんは言ってくれるんですか？それは、50万円も簡単に断ることができんぞ。もう太陽が半分も沈んでいる。だらだら話しすぎた。いつ来るかわからない。とにかくあなたが逃げられる時間があってもなくてもまだ生きているうちに逃げてくれ。一つだけ走るな。忘れないでほしい。絶対走るな。あいつらが一番喜ぶことは餌が走っていることだ。あいつらの嬉しい顔を見てしまったらもう終わりだ。諦めるしかない。Right, let's break that down. 迷信ってと尋ねた。
Trinity, how is it going? I believe this is the guy that taught me the first 100, the first, wait, I forgot the number in English. 80 and 5 kanji characters. I was never able to forget them after that. Tokini Andy, huh? How, did you watch a specific video?
A superstition?
Yeah, Tokini Andy, sometimes his way of explaining is very nice. He's very effective, not going to lie. That's why I like watching him.
You say? と尋ねた。
I really like Tokini Andy and Game Gengo. Their way of explaining things is very they bring it close to you, you know?
Alright, let's break that down.
Very nice.
迷信ってと尋ねた。So this is a superstition or a legend. You say? と尋ねた。I asked. 尋ねる。I actually don't remember what the English is for 尋ねる。尋ねる is just to ask, right? Yeah. To ask or to inquire. まあ、私は信じていませんが、well, I don't believe it, but
信じていませんが I don't believe you, but
呪われていると言われていますね。So we've got two passives here, and it is cursed. It is in the state of being cursed.
呪われている is cursed.
呪 is it's a common word that means to be cursed. と言われています。It is said that. そのため私が生きている。そのため right? Due to that or because of that.
Well, I'm getting very
私が生きているうちに。
I'm getting very 眠い。
Right? While I've been alive. 一人も行ったことがないと思います。I don't think anyone's ever gone. そんな on its own is just like そんなことあるかい is what's being dropped there. Like something like that actually has ever happened. But the way he's saying it here with the dot is like そんな with some trepidation. その時 at that time. 戻ればよかった。場合よかった。We covered in Genki 2, I believe, and it means I wish that I did.
戻ればよかった。
But でも まさかここま
まさ
で聞いて。
かここまで聞いて。
まさか means, まさか is like, who would ever think it? Or, yeah, who would ever think it? Or, I would never, or there's no way I
まさか
could.
ここまで来て。
まさかここまで聞いて。How could I ever go back, give up after coming this far? ここまで聞いて、迷信で
迷信
諦められるか？
で
How could I ever give
諦
up?
められるか
諦められるか？
諦められ
Due
る
to
か
a superstition. 迷信で。じゃあ、なぜ石田さんは言ってくれるんですか？
言ってくれるんですか？
Well then, why are you, 石田さんgoing for me?
それは50
well,
万円を
50万円も簡単に断ることができんぞ。
断ることはでき
It's very
ん
slangy
ぞ。
できないよ。
できん
And
ぞ。
that is, I cannot turn down 断る。It's an N3 word that means to turn down or to say no to. 断る。I can't easily, 簡単に断る。I can't easily turn down 500,000 yen. So basically $5,000. もう太陽が半分も沈んでいる。So we had 太陽が沈む。
半分沈んでい
earlier
る。
on in the very first section, and it's the sun has already gone down even halfway. だらだら話しすぎた。
だらだら話しす
I've
ぎ
already
すぎ
spoken.
た。
だらだら is like winding and slowly and made the story go on too long. だらだら話しすぎた。
だらだら話しすぎだ。
いつ来るかわからない。
すぎ
I
た。
don't know when they're coming.
いつ来るからわか
Anyhow
らない。
あなたが逃げられる時間があって
と
もなくてもいい
にかく、yesterday, KM told me.
話しすぎ。
とにかく、あなたが逃げられ
いつ
る。
来るかわからない。I don't know when they're coming. とにかく。
とにかく
Anyhow. あなたが逃げられる時間があってもなくても。Even if you have time or don't have time to escape. まだ生きているうちに逃げてくれ。Escape or run away while you still are alive. 一つだけ。
一つだけ。
Just one thing. 走るな。
走るな。
Do not run.
忘れないでほしい。
忘れないでほしい。I want you to not forget. 絶対
走るな。
絶対
Definitely run.
Do not. Definitely. Do not run.
Do not run. When you add na, it becomes negative. Forgot about that. So, 絶対走るな. Definitely do not run.
Do not. Definitely. Do not run. They, あいつらが一番喜ぶことは
一番喜ぶ
the
ことは
thing that makes them happiest is 餌が走っていることだ。When their food runs. あいつらの嬉しい顔を見てしまったら
嬉しい顔を見てほしい。
If you see their happy faces
もう終わりだ。
諦めるしかない。
諦めるし
There's
かない。
nothing you can do
But give up.
That's the end.
Okay.
Question time. Adjective plus ため。
ダメ。
So please use adjective plus ため。あった悲しいことは何ですか？ What's a sad thing that happened to you? Or a happy thing if you don't want to talk about sad things right now. 走るのが遅いため。チームが負けてしまった。
チームが負けてしまった。
Or due to my running being slow. Or me being a slow runner. チームが負けてしまった。My team lost. スピードが速かったため、交通事故が起きた。Due to my speed being too fast, or being fast, I caused a car accident.
日本語を勉強しているため、私はとても嬉しい。とても幸せだ。
These are not true stories, by the way. バックパックが小さいため、because my backpack was small, 荷物が全部入らない。My stuff, 荷物 wouldn't all fit. So using an adjective plus ため, please tell us about a sad thing that happened to you. Or a happy thing if you don't want to talk about sad things. Thumbs up を攻撃してください。チャンネル登録お願いします。So please smash the thumbs up button.
Okay, so we do this one lesson. Okay, we do this lesson on Tuesday, I think. But anyways, guys, I'm very sleepy. I really need to go to sleep. I don't know what happened. No, because I woke up very early today, so that's why. But yeah, we keep going, we continue, we never stop. 決して止まらない。また明日 I'll be here tomorrow as well. Actually, tomorrow is going to be fun because we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game in Japanese, though. That will be very fun. Yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. We're going to. I hope I like. Ewin, how is it going? Just caught the end. Yeah, you caught the end. Yeah, but I'm very. It shouldn't have been the end now, but I'm very sleepy. I'm very nemui. 私はとても眠い. I was wondering, what is your native language? It's Greek. I'm very nemui, and yeah, I got tired. I cannot keep up. I was watching a singing competition. So wait, so The Voice, something like that? Very short session today. It's okay. Short sessions are good. Sensei Vic, I learned from you. You told me one day that sometimes short lessons are better than long sessions. But yeah, either way, I'm very nemui. It's chores compete. Chores compete, yeah, I don't know that. But anyways, we talk about it tomorrow. Ewin, I need you tomorrow to play Shinchan. Are you ready? Tomorrow is going to be very cool, very like easy day, chill, you know? We're not going to study, we're going to play and maybe learn a little bit. Why not? Like there is a chat and there are some kanji we could learn as well. But anyways, bye bye guys. Oyasumi nasai. And mata shita and 決して止まらない. Never, we're never going to stop. Wait. Sensei Vic. Did you had supper? Wait, what's a supper? Yushoku. Evening meal. Yeah, I ate. 食べましたか? Yeah. I just ate. 私は食べます。おやすみなさい。私は今は食べました。But anyways, また明日。